Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm Mike Nero, and I hope you guys are having a good day today. Today, we're going to talk about people pleasing, the black hole of people pleasing. Now, this is totally unscripted, and so yeah, there's going to be a lot of mistakes and whatnot, but I don't give a shit. This is for my YouTube channel, and this is just a discussion. I'd like to share some things that I've my experiences, the things I've went through, the things that you guys might possibly be going through as well. So let's just get right into it. Now, people pleasing, to me, it's like it's spider webs into a number of different things. Now, I don't necessarily think that your desire to please other people is a bad thing. As a matter of fact, I think it's a good thing because it just shows that you care about other people. However, it can turn into a bad thing and a disastrous thing if it's done habitually and without thought of who you're trying to please, because a lot of times you'll lose yourself in the process. Now, I've definitely been guilty of this. I'm a people pleaser, like, I guess, just to put it bluntly. And for many years, I would go to extraordinary lengths to really try to listen, absorb, and implement a lot of quote-unquote advice. You see, everybody knows what's best for you, except for you most of the time, if you really get into this mindset. So, everybody has their own life experiences, and everybody, has a certain way of doing things due to the circumstances of their life. So, say someone that I don't know, a doctor or a lawyer or something, has a lot of money, and has a wife, several kids, whatnot, and then you get another person who is a warehouse worker and doesn't have all the luxuries and things and material things that this person has. Maybe they don't even have a wife. Maybe they're single. Maybe these people are 20 years apart in age. A lot of different factors. So when one person tells the other how they should do certain things, they're coming from their perspective. They're not most times people don't put themselves in the shoes of others, or if they try to, they're unable to, because they can't understand exactly what it's like in that situation. So the person getting the advice will try to implement a lot of things from the other person's perspective, and that will mess up that's not going to work, because you're coming from two totally different lives. Now, for me, there's a lot of changes, a lot of things I've been experiencing and going through. One of them is deciding and discerning between who and what a person is trying to do, because I'm sure they have good intentions. It's not the thing, but when you overextend yourself, trying to make another person happy, so to speak, you don't make yourself happy. And I've done this. I've been guilty of it. I still do it to this day. It's just an ongoing battle, something that I'm trying to not do anymore, and I'm sure many of you are as well. The person that's giving you advice or trying to do things with you or wanting to tell you how to live your life, essentially, are still looking out for number one, which is themselves. Okay, so now, coming from the perspective of people trying to please others, you will notice a couple of things if you really pay attention. Now, I pay attention when it comes to myself, and when I try to please other people, And I still repeat the same mistakes, unfortunately. However, that is changing now. But what I would do is, like, say you know that you want this person to be happy, and to also I don't know, essentially like you as well. And you try to do anything you can. You'll drop all your plans. You'll wait outside by yourself somewhere. You'll go to just crazy lengths to try to make sure to accommodate the other person. Now, the thing of it is that I've realized, and this is not for everybody, not everybody does this, mind you. That's why you got to pick and choose who you're trying to please, because if someone, they'll most likely, like, look out for themselves. They're whatever it is they want to do, and they want to, they'll do it. They'll not go to the lengths that you will go to make sure that you're happy. They're always thinking of, and I'm saying always for these particular people. They'll look out for themselves and put you second. Now, people pleasing is putting them first all the time. So you'll do whatever it takes to make sure that everything is working out for them, and sacrificing yourself in the process. Now, that is definitely not something you want to fall into. That's a spiral, and guilty as charged. So I guess what I'm trying to say, since this is unscripted and all that good stuff, is that you need to really kind of feel the person out. See what their tendencies are. Are they a know-it-all that wants to tell you how to do everything, and they just, they act as if their life is not just perfect, but I guess that their opinion is always perfect, because nobody knows everything. And that's a mistake a lot of people make, is that they just automatically assume that their opinion is God, and whatever you're doing has to be wrong. And it, like I said before, it spirals into all sorts of other things, to where if they're in that mindset, whatever you say will kind of be secondary. And instead of listening to you and what you have to say, they're waiting to talk. They're waiting to give their opinion, to vocalize what they think, and they're usually doing it from their experience. Now, a lot of times, a lot of people also hide a lot of their problems and the things they don't want you to see about them. Whereas people pleasers generally will just kind of let it all out there, and which makes them kind of open and vulnerable to be taken advantage of. You definitely don't want to fall into that category. So in essence, I guess what I'm trying to say is just watch out for other people's advice and opinions, and what they would actually do for you. Compare that to how you feel, what you're willing to do, and then decide if it's worth it. Because I'm not saying, don't please anybody, don't do anything, fuck everybody, blah, 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 going off on a tangent. That's ridiculous. Because there are relationships that are friendships and family and whatnot that are worth the sacrifices, but there are also many that are not. And you'll definitely know, not by necessarily how they treat you, because some people's personalities are just kind of brash, but they have the best intentions, and then you'll see their soft spots, when they're vulnerable, or they, when they, so to speak, let you in, and they usually will, sooner than later. But when people are just kind of bombarding you with shit, and just telling you this and telling you that, and not really listening, and also are not willing to do things to make sure that you're okay, you probably want to, you don't necessarily have to steer clear of them completely, but you definitely don't want to worry about pleasing them. You don't want to mess up your day. You don't want to do things that you know they're not willing to do. You just want to kind of keep your distance, a safe distance, I should say. Keep your safe distance, and don't try to do things that they wouldn't do in return, because there are going to be no returns for you. And not to say that it's a give and take situation, but you know, your stability, your mental health, and all the things that are important to you are important. And if they can't see that, then they're not worth trying to do these things that you would do for them, essentially. So, all right, guys, this is my first experiment of depth and insight with me, and open a discussion on my YouTube page through videos, and hopefully, you know, get you guys thinking. If you guys have any thoughts, disagreements, agreements, whatever, go ahead and leave a comment, and hopefully you guys are continue to have a great day. I know I will, regardless, because I'm in this mindset. I'm trying to get in this mindset, and I'm hoping you guys will too. So take care of yourself, take care of each other. I know that sounds very freaking Jerry Springer, but it was a brilliant quote. I like that guy. I like what he said there. You know, not necessarily like a fan of the guy or the show. Definitely hate the show, but that was a good quote. All right, I'm rambling. All right, you guys. Mike Nero, and I am out.